Christa Madrid, your realtor at Colorado Home Realty, and Brad Lyons with Independent Financial. Brad, how's it going today?
Hey, it's going great. It's a beautiful day in the Rockies. It's springtime. Let's get it going.
Let's do it. So, business shelter in place has now turned into safer at home. We can do showings again today. Yay!
Hooray! That's such a great feeling.
Yes, it is. I am so looking forward to that. However, I have some homes on the market right now. I'll be making visits later today with ensuring that those who already have a care package, booties, gloves, disinfectant wipes are well stocked. And I have a new listing coming on Thursday. I'm going to make sure they have the same. But one of the things I'm hopeful for is that the agents who are taking their buyers out to view homes are ensuring that their buyers are wearing masks. That's our responsibility when we leave the house to make sure we're safe. And I'm hoping that they're extending that courtesy as they enter into other people's homes where they currently are living.
Yeah, that's just like, it's beyond a nice thing to do right now. It's the necessary thing to do. Just be protective of yourself, be protective of others. I mean, some of the sentiment out there is like, what's the big deal, right? But if you could just make another person feel comfortable for just a few minutes, especially if you're going to be going into their home, let's try to just do that.
Well, comfortable, making somebody feel comfortable and actually having respect. This is going to bring out the human in most people, the good human. Um,
Yeah.
and you know what? We can just be grateful that most people are good people. So putting our trust in those folks and them trusting us that we're going to protect them as they're entering into our listings and our properties it's a two-way street. It's respect both ways. And I think as long as we remain respectful, regardless of what your political mindset is, having that common respect as a human being is going to make everybody feel so much better. That's what makes the world go round, right? A little bit of peace.
Yeah, sometimes and you just got to separate your head from your heart, right? And sometimes you just need to do the heart thing here, even though your head's like, come on, right?
Not a big deal. Yes, it actually is a big deal. So what does this mean? I mean, what another thing that we can do to ensure that we're employing care for each other is to continue to do the virtual showings and only take our buyers out to see the properties, probably their top three, maybe their top five, but I wouldn't take a buyer out to see more than five properties. Me personally, I wouldn't. You would have to narrow it down.
Yeah, I think that's smart. And I mean, let's we've figured out how to buy stuff online, right? Everybody knows how to
Course.
do that now. You can almost do the entire house buying process online between doing a video chat, between doing a virtual tour, between digitally applying for your loan and uploading your documents to now we're getting into the position where even title companies are allowing you to close by video chat. So you can do it all at the comfort of your laptop before you would go at your own home. So
Right.
I would say, yeah, absolutely take advantage of those tools that have been put in place, and congratulations to our industry for making that all come together so that this has become something that people can continue to do.
It's a huge win, and it's becoming the new normal. It will be the new normal. And does that mean that you're not necessary anymore, that I'm not necessary? Oh, no. It means now more than ever, we are very necessary.
Yeah, lots more conversations, lots more eye contact like this,
Mhm.
versus just going back and forth through text and keyboard for email. Maybe you're actually having that video call a little bit more often now.
I think it's forcing us to be a little more personable because we are craving that being stuck in home. Um, Even the healthiest of minds is craving to see somebody. So these video chats are going to be super, super welcome.
I couldn't agree more.
Well, with that said, showings are in place, virtual showings are still in place, real estate is still strong. I am happy to see that. I'm happy to report that. Um, Homes are still selling, even virtually, at and above listing prices. People are buying, people are selling, and people are happy all the way around.
That's good. That's a relief because I know there was definitely some fear there for a while, and I think we're going to definitely see the spring selling season kick off now that you can actually have someone come tour your home, and see signs in yards, and I think we're all looking forward to that.
Yes, and the other thing that it also indicates is although we hear all the negative, people are losing their jobs, they're reducing hours, all of this other stuff, you're still doing home loans despite qualifications tightening up. People are still qualifying and approved for purchasing, which is a huge thing. And this is in our normal everyday FHA, VA, and conventional markets, right?
Right. Yeah, there's definitely still loan production happening. I mean, obviously, we're going to see folks who don't qualify because they have lost their job or things like that. But there are still folks that do qualify, and they're taking advantage of the time right now to get ready and to be ready to pounce on that house when it hits the market. So definitely get your application and your documentation into your lender as soon as possible so that we know what the answer to the equation is for you.
So another thing is that's tightened up are the jumbo loans. I have some products that are sitting in the jumbo price points, and they're a tougher product to sell anyway
Mhm.
because they're custom, they're higher priced, they're in areas that people typically aren't looking because everybody needs to be close to their offices. These are perfect homes for the people who can truly work from home on a regular basis or who need that space from normal society. What are you seeing with loans? What can we tell those sellers what to expect?
Yeah, what you can expect there is, the good news is that there's still solutions available. The bad news is that maybe they're just a bit more expensive than they were a month or two ago, and there's not as many investors in that jumbo market, as well as we've talked on a couple of videos that we did a couple videos ago that the portfolio solution for a lot of banks has been put on pause. So not all banks, but many of banks have decided to suspend their portfolio solution um, line. And so that kind of dovetails in with that jumbo product because jumbos are not the same as a conventional or an FHA or a VA in that a jumbo loan is not necessarily going to be backed by Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac or Ginnie Mae or FHA or one of those. They're truly a unique product and they require special investors. I would say the one that is kind of separated from that and still has a pretty good jumbo presence is going to be a VA loan. So while you may have somebody who's VA eligible and they're seeking a jumbo solution, they may still have a competitive advantage there.
Oh, that's great news. I love hearing that because I have a couple of homes that are on the market. One of them is by a veteran himself, and it's in the jumbo price point. So we'd like to be able to offer that as a solution to potential buyers when they're inquiring about the homes. I don't know. Those are some tough products anyway. So if anybody has questions about that, obviously they're going to want to reach out to you to see how to make that a reality before they start scheduling with their agent to go see these particular homes, not just
Yeah,
mine, but any.
absolutely. It's this one of those things too that it changes on the daily as well. So what was there, a week ago may have changed between now and then. We're seeing some of that stuff kind of start to happen where, hey, by the way, this product is going to be harder to find or it's going to be more expensive now. So it's good to get get it figured out and then just kind of keep test balancing as we go along to make sure that we're in the know of pending changes with regards to guidelines.
Perfect, perfect. So, Brad, for the folks that are not so good with this online presence or not tech savvy, they're just dying for your bank to open back up. When can they expect that?
Yeah, there's lines, it'll be lines at the teller stations, right? Um, so I have asked that question, and the answer that I've received so far is we're working on it. They're putting a plan together, but they don't have an exact date. And I think that they're probably waiting till they get some guidance from the governor's office, as well as what can we do within our own decision-making process as a bank. We want to do it the safest way and the most efficient way possible. And there's a lot that goes into that. You can't just throw the doors back open and then pretend like nothing ever happened. You got to get everybody back into a scheduling situation, because you may have some bankers that were working from home that need to transition back into the office, and so it's a huge coordinated effort.
Right. And then when people want to come into the bank and do the good old-fashioned handshake and handwritten applications, are you recommending that they schedule an appointment to do these?
Most definitely, yeah. Banks are still open by appointment, so you can make an appointment to go in, but most of them are still remaining locked for just regular walk-in type traffic.
Okay, very good. Well, whatever is going to keep us safe. Also, I'm just curious, how is the bank going to react to people coming in with their face masks on? I mean, um, you know, that's normally not something you want to see when somebody's walking into a bank, but now you want them to.
Yeah, well, that's the first sign that you see when you're walking into a bank door is please remove your hat and sunglasses, right? So now you're going to be wearing a mask too. So you take the hat off, you take the sunglasses off, take the mask off. That is very interesting. And I'm sure that is why they're like, we need to figure this out before we can just open the doors back up, because they want to protect people. They want people to feel comfortable, but they also have to be like, hey, we can't have masked people in the bank because people run banks.
Right, right. I have to say, I'm really happy to see so far that people have been that people haven't gotten that crazy and attempted to do so, or it hasn't made the news anyway.
Hopefully it will stay out of the news. Let's just hope.
Yes. So I do have a renter need. I do want to put it out there. We have a lot of people who own properties, and we were just talking about these jumbos. Maybe they can't sell right now. I have a renter need in the Boulder area or within an hour from the Boulder area, preferably west, but within an hour proximity. Um, I have a Google um, person moving from Texas to Colorado. They don't think they want to buy yet. They just want to get familiar with Colorado first, which I can't blame them. This is their first time leaving their home state ever, and they're not putting their home on the market either, which I think is a big reason why they're not selling here. If it doesn't work out, they have a safety net to go home to. But what we're looking for is something with approximately 1 to 3 acres, with a great proximity not only to Boulder, but to some Christian schools. These are strong values for these people. And I just want to put it out there that if you or anyone you know has a property like this that's sitting vacant, let's talk and see about putting a family there and putting some money in your pocket or helping get your mortgage paid while it's vacant.
Yeah, that's really nice. I'm glad that you teed that up there, and hopefully that we'll have somebody listen in that knows the perfect place.
We're hoping to have them in place by June, July at the latest. But yeah, these are definitely conversations we can have, and I'm not looking to get paid on a renter situation. So, you don't have to worry about paying me a referral fee. I'm just trying to connect two people to help two different families out with their situations.
You're a great connector, Christa. Thanks for doing that.
Hey, no problem. Well, I just want to tee up for Friday. As you guys know, Brad and I are doing a Friday, or we are having a Friday guest moving forward, and we're pretty stoked because we have a few Fridays lined up at this point. We're looking forward to Ken Mitchell with H&I Home Inspections, and we're gonna just poke his mind into what he wants to see as an inspector, what makes for a great inspection, especially during these COVID times, and what kind of home projects should you certainly seek out professional advice on before you move forward on it. We heard that advice from Tim from an insurance perspective, Now let's see what the inspectors are seeing.
Yeah, that's going to be valuable information. I'm sure. I'm looking forward to that, and I'm going to try to not ask him 600 questions.
Oh, do ask him. Let's just poke at him. It'll be fun. He's good
It'll
people.
turn
You'll
into
enjoy it.
55 minutes of fame rather than 15, right?
It's all good. Anyway, do you have anything to add?
No, I just want to say there are, I'm definitely seeing some houses come on the market. I use a service called List Reports where I help some of my agents with some of their digital marketing, and definitely starting to see some, pop on that. So there are houses coming online, and let's just keep them coming because people got to buy houses.
Yes, they do. And guys, if there's a house out there that you want to see that I don't have listed, guess what? I can help you buy it. Don't hesitate to give me a buzz. Don't hesitate to give Brad a buzz. Between the two of us, we can put you in one of these homes that you're seeing and falling in love with online.
Yes, indeed.
All right. Well, thank you for putting up with us on this Monday morning. It's been fun, and we're looking forward to seeing you guys all on Friday. Take care.
Have a great week. Thanks.